Guys, I'm about to give you a revelation. No, seriously. This will forever change your sweep picking on guitar. And thankfully, you're not going to have to wait till the end of the video to know it. So what's the #1 secret to mastering sweep picking for the guitar? Well, I'm going to tell it to you right now. So here it is. Take the boldface words off, and it is this killer book by Chris Brooks and the publisher Fundamental Changes. Sweep Picking Speed Strategies for Guitar. Now, hang on a sec. I'm not endorsed or paid at all or sponsored in any way to create this video. I'm not paid by Chris Brooks, by Fundamental Changes. I just love this book because it has helped me so much in my sweep picking guitar. I would not be in the place I am today if it were not for this book. So it's only my experience and my own journey as a guitar player that has led me to the conclusion that this is the #1 secret to mastering sweep picking. So don't think you're going to get to the end of this video and I'm going to say,
the #1 secret to sweep picking is follow my course, or pay this, or buy this, or do this.
No, I am going to highly recommend that you get this book and study it. So guys, at the time of this video's release, I've been playing guitar for several years. Not like a long time, but I've been playing guitar for quite a while. And from very near the beginning, I realized that sweep picking was an integral part of what I wanted to be able to play on the guitar. I wanted to be able to play shred guitar. I wanted to play passages like those in power metal, classical arpeggios, and sweeping super fast, making it sound absolutely killer. Stuff like Michelangelo Badio, Yngwie Malmsteen. Of course, I had to get the basics down, which I'm sort of still in the process of doing. But after a while of playing guitar, I realized I needed to deep dive into this technique I heard about called sweep picking. So I looked up YouTube videos. I looked up YouTube videos on how to sweep pick, on sweep picking licks, on sweep picking examples, on sweep picking taught by the best pros. And I could never figure out how to get my own style and hone my own style. All I could find were videos on licks or videos on how to get your pick angle right, very specific, vague things that didn't tell me, start here, here's the fundamentals. And that led me to a very frustrating route of, I'm just never going to get good at sweep picking, and how in the world am I going to do it? How the hell am I going to master this? I asked for tips from my local musician buddies, I watched videos, I looked at articles online, and I still couldn't crack the code and get any breakthroughs. Breakthroughs are hard to come by, but nonetheless, I knew there was something more that I was missing to get good at sweep picking for guitar. A great example of what most books that contain sweep picking will give you is in the book Speed Mechanics for Lead Guitar by Troy Stetina. This book I've done a review on, I love the book, but this was one of the first books that I had when I was trying to get sweep picking down. In the book, the chapter about sweep picking includes mostly licks and riffs and arpeggio sequences using sweep picking, assuming that you already have a foundation of sweep picking. It talks about the basic idea, but it does not give you fundamentals or basic exercises to practice the idea. Now, I can't open the book and show you what I'm talking about because it's not mine to put on a video, but what I can do is tell you that it definitely frustrated me, and to this day, I can't play some of those licks, and most of them are very advanced, very fast they're played, sometimes they don't slow them down, and it just got me thinking, there's gotta be something that I'm missing. I just couldn't figure out what it was. Luckily for me and for you, I finally had a breakthrough when I got this book, Sweep Picking Speed Strategies for Guitar by Chris Brooks and the publisher Fundamental Changes. It's the follow-up to Chris Brooks' Neoclassical Speed Strategies for Guitar, which I also own and love. Another video on that later. I got this book thinking this is just going to be another one of them books that has a bunch of licks and I'm not going to learn how to get great at sweep picking, but I might as well give it a chance. And boy, am I glad I did, because it has made a hell of a difference in my sweep picking playing. I'm not going to give you a review right here because I already have a book review, and I've got to get a link to that in the description, and the link's up in the cards. So check out that review if you want to know all about this book. Now, I'm sure that you're thinking, if you're this far in the video, well, there must be other ways I can master sweep picking. And there are. For example, you could take private lessons. But the problem with me is that I don't have the money or the time to invest in private lessons. So I knew private lessons wasn't an option. Well, there's other options. You could take guitar courses, you could watch more YouTube videos, you could look at articles, all those same things I did, but those things never worked for me. I always found myself wondering, there's gotta be some fundamental, very basic, explicit method to sweep picking. I wanted to know how to hone my own style so that when I came across a sweep picking lick, I knew how to address it and I knew how to play it and make it a killer monster song. And remember, all these things I've learned and come to realize after years of having recording sessions and jam sessions, realizing that I could not sweep pick the way I wanted to. So why do I think this book is so instrumental in changing your sweep picking game? It all comes down to this. This book teaches you the fundamentals of sweep picking in a way that is totally comprehensive, tells you everything you need to know how to make a good practice routine. It's nothing really overwhelming. Each chapter, it gives you a specific concept, whether that be upwards picking, or downwards picking, or biomechanics, or speed shapes for arpeggios. They're all very focused, so you don't get just one big page full of sweep picking licks that you don't know how to approach. And that has been the beauty of me learning this book. I'm still using this book. I believe you can get so much out of this book, whether you're a beginner or an advanced guitar player touring. It doesn't matter. This book has stuck with me through thick and thin, and I totally recommend it. Other than teaching the fundamentals, it teaches you how to branch out from the fundamentals, which is the one thing that most people almost never do. They tell you how to get the beginning basics down, and they tell you how to do advanced things, but they don't show you how to bridge the gap. That's something I always wanted to do on my channel, show you how I've made mistakes and the changes I've made, and how you don't become a touring professional guitarist overnight. It all happens very slowly. So if you want a practical way to practice sweep picking and to get great at it and to hone your own style, I totally recommend, I fervently recommend that you get sweep picking speed strategies for guitar, because it is the #1 reason I am where I am as a guitarist today in sweep picking. There's a link in the description to where you can get this book. If you already have the book, study it more. Keep going over it. Go over it again. You will always find more assets that you can add to your playing. So Chris Brooks, thank you so much for an amazing book. Fundamental Changes, thank you. I love your books. I've got tons of them, and there's more reviews coming. Have a great week. Keep on practicing guitar, and I will see you next time. Till next time, rock on, and God bless.